Shalom, real quick, giving all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Shem Rakakwadash. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to y'all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video. It's going to be a quick one. I'm sorry. For my people is foolish. For my people is foolish. And I'm going to read this in the NLT as well. So this is Jeremiah 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish. Now, when you look that word up, sottish, it just means fool or foolish. So I'm going to click on that. It says, and they have none understanding. This is why when the IUIC blitzed those churches, they did not get one, not one. Of all those churches, that the thousands of churchgoers that they encountered in these various churches, I don't know how many churches they went to. They went to at least a couple hundred. And they did not get one person from any of those churches to say, you know what, I'm going to be an Israelite. I'm no longer with the church. And how do I know that? Because if that was the case, if they got one individual from one of them churches to convert, because convert means to be with the truth. Con meaning with, and vert means to be is truth. To get with the truth. Loosely translated, to get with the truth. The truth is that you're an Israelite. So not one, can't stress that enough, not one. You must have hit, I don't know, anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 people in the churches, because you got church people watching y'all on YouTube cursing y'all out. Not one. Why? Because they're not of the elect. This individual, Bishop Nathaniel, General Nathanielika, and the IUIC, they go to these different places like they're big in Africa. Ain't nothing going to really pan out in Africa like it is in America. The place that you're supposed to be is here in America and not in them damn churches. Fuck them damn churches. That's a spirit that the Most High put on them. So it says, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. None understanding. 0% understanding. They are wise to do evil, but there was a video between Captain Zariak and some Edomite seeing who's more wicked, who's more evil, the white man or Israelites, and hands down the Israelites. They taught Esau their wicked ways. So I would have said, you know what, our people. And I didn't see the video, but I'm pretty sure, based upon the title, Zariak was trying to defend the fact that we're not as wicked as Edomite. No, you're worse than Esau. Can you imagine if, instead of using Esau to bring us down and to put us under their clutches or whatever, put us into captivity, do you think if the Most High took half the Jakes and said, I'm going to use half of the Jakes to put the other half of the Jakes into captivity, that one half will kill the other half? See, if we still here, Esau ain't killing us like that. They'll use you. So ultimately, hands down, Jake is more wicked than the wicked. So it says, and they have none understanding. So you see somebody in Islam, you try to talk to them. If they come up, if there's a opportunity presents itself, you try to talk to him. But you talk to him 5 minutes, you assess where he's going. And you can see in 5 minutes, not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes, this man ain't going no damn where. He got an Islamic demon on him. Or somebody in the church, talk to them for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, tops. You can already know the directions that they're going in. So why did the IUIC, and I'm using the IUIC only because they did a church blitz, thinking that they were going to get people, once we hit them with the truth, and y'all did hit them with truth. Y'all did tell them that they were Israelites. You hit the right precepts. But not one, not one Israelite from the churches came out. Because like I said, how do we know that? If there was one, they would have made a video and they said, well, this is one of the men, the pastors that said, I'm no longer a church person. I'm an Israelite. I got a Hebrew name, and the Most High has only come for Israel. The Gentiles are Israelites. Not one of them said that because there's a spirit on them. The only way you can wake up, read Isaiah 6 and 9 on down. You can read the whole chapter. It says, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. Got a lot of people into alternate lifestyles. You got a lot of Jakes, they celebrate adultery, fornication. So they're all going to die right here in America. So I'm going to pull out this word sadish. I already looked it up. It means foolish. Sadish. H5530. And I'm going to show you something before I'm going to show you something. There's a video. The word there is sakal, which means simply fool. So now when you go into the root, so you got H5530 to H5528. So that's a root. When you see the numbers go backwards, that's a root. Okay, so the word there is still sakal. It means to be foolish, be a fool, to make foolish, turn into foolishness, to act or do foolishly, like to act, this man acting a fool. To do foolishly, play the fool. To be silly, do, make, play, the turn into foolish, foolishly. So now I'm going to show you this video right here. Okay, this is put up by Nino Brown, which I subscribe to him. And he does these short videos, but he mainly he always gets on Jake, show the wickedness of Jake. So I'm watching, I looked at I got the notification, and I said, Nino Brown, it says, men that waste money in clubs to impress other men is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. So if I remember, I'll leave the link in the description box. If not, you can just go to his page, Nino Brown, 2 words. And this is the newest video, 20 hours ago, the near newest video. So when you watch the video, I'm not going to play it. It says New York versus Baltimore. You think it's going to be a rap battle. No, it's a bottle battle. Bottle wars in Houston. You got Jake from New York and Jake from Baltimore took a trip out to Houston, Texas. There's a special kind of demon in Houston, Texas. They went to a club in Texas, and what they did was they purchased a lot of adult beverages from the bar. That's what Jake does. Like Jake, they'll get like the girls. You want to impress a girl, you get a bottle of Hypnotico, whatever the hell that is, which is nothing but cognac and passion fruit. You can make that shit yourself. Now that Hypnotico, whatever, you can get that at a liquor store. I would say $20, maybe 25. You go to the club and get that same bottle, it's going to cost you at least $150. At least $150. That's how the clubs make their money. It's just like when you go to a movie, you get like a Snicker bar, inside joke. The Snicker bar might be $1. In the movie theater, it might be $3.50. So what do we do when we go to the movies? When we used to go to the movies, I don't go to the movies no more. I'm not, after the the C hip, the C19. I was like, I thought about it. And I said, why do I go to a damn big black box filled with demons in it to watch a movie? Now we got the streaming services and all that. But when you go to the movie, what we used to do is we used to sneak candies. We get them for $1.50 or whatever, and we used to sneak stuff in there. The only thing we might buy is the popcorn because it's hot, with the butter on it. But for the most part, we used to sneak food up in there. And I remember back in the day, they used to check you to see if you had food because they want to make money. That's part of their profit. The movie is one thing, but the concession stand, that's where you really make the money. There's a couple of theaters that you can actually eat food and you can actually buy liquor. There are bars in the movie theater. So, like coming back to a club, when you want to buy a bottle of Hypnotico or Hypnotica, whatever, however you say it, it might be $25 tops at a liquor store, but it's going to cost you $150 at least to $200. So Jake buys it to impress the woman or other men that he's he's got the shekels, which is stupid, which is stupid. The men are stupid and the women are stupid. That's why the Most High said my people is a foolish. They are sottish people. So in this video, you can watch, like I said, watch the whole video. They're buying all this expensive. Matter of fact, let me come over here. Let me see this. Try to find this part right here. And the owners of the club, they don't got no problem with that because they're making money, Let me see. Look at this. Fucking stupid motherfuckers, man. He looking at the guy with the liquor. You got this female with some liquor. They're laughing and joking. This shit is this proves that we're the Israelites. We're the greatest nation in the world and the stupidest nation in the world at the same time. Let me do this. Okay, here you got a guy. He pouring out liquor, looking at the other dude. Okay, this guy. This is what I wanted. He got bottles of liquor just to pour out, not to drink. Depending on what that liquor is, you're talking about maybe $500 worth of liquor. Once you waste that, go back and get more liquor and pour it out. You got the woman cheering him on, he pouring out liquor. And this is the show that I'm paid. Utterly stupid, man. Utterly stupid. Stupidity. Look, talking about $500 to $1,000 worth of liquor. They're not even drinking it. And you got the women dressed scantily because Jake is heavy in the adultery, man. You stay away from the black women. They're heavily into adultery, and they're the so-called black and Latino women. They're not only into adultery, but they're into dealing with men and women. If you go to certain sites, like dating sites or whatever, certain sites with women in it, they'll tell you that the Israelite woman, Latino woman, the Indian woman, Gadite woman, and the Judite woman, they'll tell you their sexual preferences that they go both ways. 95% of them will tell you that they go both ways. Now, if you go on the Edomite page with the Edomite one, they'll tell you their sexual preference is they just deal with men. They just deal with men. Maybe 10% of the Edomite women go both ways, but 90% of the Edomite women, they'll tell you, I just deal with men. I don't deal with women. I don't go both ways. But you Israelite women that's out there in that world, You go 95% of y'all go both ways. So who's more wicked? That's why the Most High is going to destroy more Israelites than he's going to deliver. And the ones that it's going to be destroyed are the ones in America, the ones in America, not Africa. Africa's not going to get touched. It might get hit with a couple of missiles here and there. So you have no business going to Africa trying to wake them up. You got to bend over backwards and make sure they get it. The main place of the deliverance that the elect got to be woken up in is right here in America. Anyway, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. With that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one. Shalom.